Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today after Rangers' emphatic 6-1 victory over Motherwell today at Fir Park. And what a weekend! A weekend that we heard an awful lot about how the lead at the top of the table would change. Well, it did change, in that Rangers extended their lead to 4 points over Celtic and the chasing pack. And this has the feel of a weekend that might well be a season-defining one, because obviously Celtic yesterday missing glorious chance to go top. Psychologically, that takes it out you. It happened a lot to us, especially in Gerrard's first couple of seasons, when you blow opportunities like that, not only to psychologically hit that staging post of being top of the league, but to put pressure on the opposition. It causes doubt to seep in, and there was no doubt at all about Rangers' performance. After, of course, the initial compulsory defensive cup. How many times are we going to see this where Rangers start quite well on the front foot, pressing, first ball over the top, Rangers end up conceding a goal today. Tav and Goldson got confused over who was to deal with it. Goldson headed it out for an unnecessary corner. You know my views on both unnecessary corners. They always seem to lead to a goal. And men on the post, and Rangers, of course, did neither. Or prevented neither. And from the corner, again, just terrible defensively, allowing Motherwell to get the header in. Alan McGregor makes a save, but there's Bevis Mugabe to do well to put it in from a very tight angle. And look, I just felt so flat, and I know that speaking to Rangers fans on social media, we all did, because I thought, how many times we could see this movie? It really was the same movie that we saw last week in Paisley in that first half. Rangers then became utterly dominant, and I had hoped that the clocks going forward might confuse the players and they would think the game kicked off at 1, but yet again in a 12 o'clock kick-off we don't show up till about 1:30. But credit to James Tavernier, because, defensive mistake, but a leader steps up, he never hides, and it was him again who dragged us back into it. First of all, a great cross from Calvin Bassey, and there's the skipper to volley home. A beauty, an absolute beauty, outside of the boot, into the bottom corner for 1-1 just before half-time. And like last week, Rangers went, okay, let's get in the lead. And then the start of the Fashion Sakala show. Terrific ball from Tav, but the wee man bursts in, great time of his run, gets him to a space where there's not a lot of it, and your Motherwell have got some giant defenders, but he's there, and a bullet header. Initially, I actually thought Liam Kelly might have done a bit better, because it wasn't in the corner, but when you see it back, it's past him in a flash. It's just such a good header. And Sakala had been really good in that first half. He was driving at Motherwell, an early booking for Stephen O'Donnell, trying to pull him back, and he just brought a freshness and an effervescence into the side today that was badly needed. And then the second half, Rangers were superb, with Stephen Davis absolutely immaculate in the middle of the park. Last season we heard the word and we saw on the field, relentless all the time. Today Rangers were, and in that second half got what we deserved. Fashion Sakala cutting in from the wing, smashes a low shot, takes a deflection and goes in. But today I thought we were shooting more, and the old phrase, if you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win the raffle. Well, Rangers were better today in terms of getting shots away. And what it does is it means that Motherwell can't just set for endless crosses. And that actually causes more space when you do cross, because they're not quite sure what's going to happen. But he really deserved it. And for once, Rangers had managed to put us on easy street. It got easier when Stephen O'Donnell halved the on-rushing Calvin Bassey. Stonewall yellow card, Stonewall red card, even if Andy Walker didn't. His tears of unfathomable sadness were hilarious today. Rangers would add a fourth soon after. Again, well-worked corner kick ended with Glenn Kamara having a thunderbolt shot. Sky were greeting that Fashion Sakala was in an offside position and blocking Liam Kelly's view. He wasn't. He was running out of the way of it. Don't think that would have been overturned even if we did have VAR. And again, Rangers just kept it going. We were all willing Fashion Sakala to get that fifth, and he did. A terrific, delicious ball from Stephen Davis. But a great finish by the wee man as he gets in and volleys it into the far corner away from Liam Kelly for 5-1. And there was time for a six when, from another set piece, Jack Simpson got in the end of one. It was going in, but Kamar Roof ran in and nicked his goal. I'm never going to criticise a striker for nicking a goal. Strikers live off goals. 6-1, terrific display. Everything was back today. Passing, energy, picking balls out, pressing, all of it was there, bar a man on the post. And it was like the old Rangers again. And there had been signs the last few games that Rangers were getting back towards our best. Hopefully this is the fuse lit. A 5-1 win at Fir Park last season was the fuse-lit. I think today could be, and look, we won't know until a couple of months, and I could be totally wrong. Has happened. But I just, it feels like a right big day, a right big weekend. So go and enjoy your the rest of your weekend. Maybe a wee bit unexpectedly better than we thought. I am off to Denmark this week to see Rangers take on Brøndby. So the next time I speak to you, it will be from Copenhagen. So until then, have a fabulous week. Rangers, well done. I'll talk to you again on Thursday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.